We're back.
We're back. How's it going, Neil?
Welcome back. It's going. Some good artwork here.
Yeah, starting the giggles off early. Yeah, we're at a new location.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You gotta explain why you just turned sad all of a
I just
sudden.
turned immediately sad. Well, we were in the studio that I had literally purchased a property with a studio in mind.
Yes.
And after only one season in it, the unfortunate mistake of a contractor and a water pipe.
Yeah, don't cut pipes. Just don't do it.
Don't cut pipes if you have questions.
Yeah.
It's really the thing. If you're a plumber and you have a question, ask.
I mean, unless you're an experienced plumber, you don't have to ask any questions. But like, yeah, bottom line is that your place got fucked. Our studio got fucked, and we're temporarily in a much doper looking. I gotta say, it's much doper looking than whatever we had going on.
Our
But
chairs are comfortable.
comfy chairs. I'd say they're about the same level of.
We have a
comfort.
live audience.
Yeah, we do have a live audience. That's a first.
And got Starburst.
Sour Starburst. The perks are good. And insurance might be covering this. But why don't you tell people why we're here?
Oh, wait a minute.
Not why we're here. But why we're here.
All right. So this is episode 2 of our.
That's correct.
Of our season.
It's the Thunderbutts podcast.
Of the Thunderbutts podcast, our second season.
Season 2.
Titled
Episode
Scripted.
2. Scripted. That's right. It's scripted. This is where we read the script of a feature movie and we watch the movie and we talk about what made it, what didn't make it, the decisions that they made. Just talk about the whole creative process in which we guess and which happened because we weren't fucking there.
First ep was Rush Hour.
That's right.
Where the script was completely different.
Yeah.
And
because we're trying to focus on comedy.
And thank God that movie wasn't made.
Holy shit. Thank God Rush Hour was made, but not the Rush Hour we
Not
read.
the Rush Hour that you read in the script. But
so what do we read today?
Today we're talking about Tropic Thunder.
That's right. Classic cult following.
2009. Lots of stars. Robert Downey Jr., Matthew McConaughey.
That's right. Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller, Tom Cruise, Jack Black, Kenny Powers, also known as
what's his
the
name?
guy who plays Kenny Powers.
What's his name, Neil?
Danny McBride.
There we go.
There you go.
Jay Baruchel, Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte, that's who I was thinking of. Plays Four-Leaf, Sergeant Four-Leaf. I wrote the book.
Yeah, so most people is probably familiar with Tropic Thunder, but we read the script
and that one dude from Barry.
Bill Hader.
Yeah, that one guy.
What's your beef with Bill Hader? We were watching parts of Tropic Thunder earlier, and Bill Hader came on screen, and you made a noise. What was with that? You want to explain the noise?
Bill Hader played a role in Barry as a former military member.
He played a lot of roles. He's a big guy, he's a pretty famous guy. Yeah,
he didn't help a lot of stereotypes
for military people.
Yeah, he wasn't doing us any favors with stereotypes in that show.
What stereotypes was he perpetuating?
Oh, I don't know. Post-traumatic stress, flawless killing, stuff like that. Unhealthy hobbies.
I really want to get into Tropic Thunder, and I also really don't want to point out that that you've told me that you've done all those things. But anyway, what did you think? What did you think about the Tropic Thunder script?
So I read the script first.
You haven't seen the movie before?
Of course, I've seen the movie.
Okay. Oh yeah, because last time when you were reading Rush Hour,
I was
reading it, pausing it, and then watching the movie.
Yeah, while I was watching the movie.
That's fucking weird.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, it's not a good
especially when that script was nothing like the movie. This time around, I went with script first, then went into the. But I
That's
knew
how normal people do it.
I had seen the movie so many times. I'd probably seen the movie easily half a dozen times, at least. Probably more.
Heavy watch, yeah.
Yeah, heavy watch. Heavy quoted movie, especially because it came out when I was in the service.
Oh, you were overseas?
No, I wasn't overseas when it came out. It came out.
This is before you got your PTDs.
Yeah, my PTSDs. my shaky hands.
Yeah.
My shaky hands and poor hearing. No, so like that movie came out, and I was still in like training and whatnot, but it was easily one of the most heavily quoted movies, of all my uniformed friends.
Sure, yeah.
Which is just what made it fun. But that's also part of the reason why I was so familiar with it, and I'd seen it so many times.
Yeah, it is one of those movies where I remember like the first time I watched it, and I was just like, what the like this is what this movie is about.
Did you see it in the theater?
I did not see it in the theaters. It was one of those like I was like at a friend's house smoking weed or something. And, like,
I saw it in the theater.
Overseas?
Yeah.
No, not
no.
overseas.
I saw it while I was stationed at Fort Knox in Kentucky. Yeah, so we saw it
where the money used to be.
The gold there is.
It's still there.
Allegedly.
Oh, okay.
Side note: the actual Fort Knox building is kind of a huge letdown. It's just like a single building in the middle of a completely open field.
I've never thought about what it might look like. I kind of thought there'd be underground parts to it.
I'm sure there obviously is.
Well, okay, the big thing about Tropic Thunder is that it opens up to all those like fake movie trailers.
Fake movie promos.
Yeah. So those are there in the script.
The first one was,
but they're different.
They're a little different.
They got punched up comedically.
The first thing it opens up to is the Booty Sweat music video.
In the movie opens up to the Booty Sweat like music video promo for Al Pacino's, which
rap artist
Alpa Space Chino.
Al Pacino.
Which his name isn't Al Pacino in the script. It's ridiculous. Like RYDY culus. Which I can see why they changed because I feel like that's from something else. Ridiculous.
A show? A ridiculousness?
No. Like a rapper named Ridiculous.
Oh, probably.
But yeah, so his original name was Ridiculous, and then they chose something even more ridiculous, which is Al Pacino. But he didn't have a promo in the script, so they clearly wrote that after.
Yeah, they tossed that one in.
Yeah. Which was really good. It was a really good way to start the movie. And then it was the Scorcher, right?
Yeah, it went right into Ben Stiller's character's Tug Speedman.
Which he's not Tug Speedman in the script. His name is like Christopher Smith Speedman or something. He does. Yeah, they definitely gave him like an action star name.
I like the addition of Tug.
Yeah, Tug Speedman is a way better name for a fake movie star.
And then they went into his the Scorched like anthology films where he's like, he'll need to save Earth again.
Yeah, my favorite.
Just when you thought he needs to save it for a third time.
He has a baby in one, and then like the sequel, he's got twins. Yeah.
Well, that was when they've done 5 scorched Earths, and now the Earth is frozen.
Yes. My favorite from that is like at the end, you hear Ben Stiller's voiceover and goes, "Here we go again." So none of that is in the script.
And then who left the fridge open?
Yeah. None of that is in the script. It's just like a basic like action movie in the script, like no punchline really.
Yeah.
It's just like him like, "Where's my daughter?" or
having
something like that.
2 babies on his chest and holding 2 guns.
Oh yeah. The babies are in it, but it's not like Scorched Earth, then like Frozen Over Earth. They came up with that later.
Yeah.
And then was Jeff Portnoy, which is it was Lazarus.
And he's playing the gay priest.
I don't think he is in the script.
He's not in the script.
No, he does have one, but it's like a art house like film that's in the script.
Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't the
movie was like the gay priest with Tobey Maguire.
It was called like Satan's
Alley,
or Satan's Alley. Yeah, Satan's Alley.
Yeah, so that's
Tobey Maguire was his love interest.
Yeah. Like winner of Best Kiss Award.
Yeah, winner of the Teen Academy Award or MTV, I think, Academy Award for Best Kiss.
Yeah. So none of that's in the script. It's just like a art house film thing. It was funny, but it was definitely way funnier. And then it goes right into Jeff Portnoy's, which is Jack Black's character, I think.
Yeah, the fatties.
The fatties is the film where like they're all farting. It's like Nutty Professor pretty much, but with Jack Black, and they're all farting.
Yeah,
but that's not in the script either. It's like I forget what it is. It's like I think he's farting, but it's just him farting. It's like fart 4.
I think it was like a sketch or it was like
it's a fart.
blurb.
It's a fart movie, but it's very quick.
I think that was a part in the script where they just left a note next to it. Was like punch up, add something
right?
later.
Because they definitely like punched that up really well. And I'll say, so his character, we'll go into all the characters in a bit, but like specifically the Jeff Portnoy, Jack Black's character, they like front loaded the farts in the film, but in the original script, he was farting the entire fucking movie. Like it was all like when he's tied to the tree,
Fats.
he's farting. He's the whole movie he's fucking farting. I'm pretty sure after he like goes through his transformation, he's still farting.
Yeah, they didn't really have him have
kinda,
his like drug problem in the script.
Yeah. They kind of changed. They swapped out farts for drugs in the final. But yeah, they front loaded all the farts and like moved that all to his trailer, and like he farted less throughout the film. I don't think he farted at all during the film. Anyway, and then we go into the whole. The script then goes into like the whole story.
Right.
I do like the after the fake trailers in the film, it comes up with like, you know, like these men were in the jungle, one survived, or like, you know, 3 survived.
Yeah,
2 wrote books.
They put the credits on the or the opening credits is like, you know, the like where you think you're actually watching like the entry to like a war movie.
Yeah. And it's like 3 survived, 2 wrote books, 1 got a movie deal. This is the story of those people who tried to make that movie. Yeah, that wasn't in the script, but I remember that being like, this is what this fucking movie is like, because you're watching the trailers and you're like, what the fuck is this movie? So yeah, that was nice that they added that. That wasn't in the script, and then pretty much like the opening scene is essentially the same.
Yeah, it's where they start showing because the opening scene of the movie is them kind of doing this filming of a battle, right?
Like the platoon helicopter scene. Ben Stiller or Tug Speedman is playing 4-Leaf, and like they go to rescue him. He loses his arms, and him and Lazarus are trying to like cry, and he can't cry, and they cut. And they accidentally blow up the jungle. They punched it up slightly, like it's like clearly like 1 or 2 edits on it, but like that scene is pretty much how it played out. Is Ben Stiller doesn't want to cry because he can't, and then they accidentally blow up the jungle, and nobody got it.
And none
on
of the
tape.
camera was, and the cameras weren't filming. So
Yeah,
they like wasted a $5 million explosion.
Right. So far so good. But essentially, the film is like the same. You know, no big rewrites yet.
No big rewrites yet.
So I will say one thing. So
Big punch ups.
A lot of punch ups.
Big punch ups.
Huge punch ups.
And within the first 10 minutes, you are introduced to over half a dozen, we'll even call it A-list actors.
Yeah, so like when you start off screenwriting, it's breaking like every rule they tell you like not to do, right? Which brings me to the next thing that happens is they do a big expedition dump, which I do like how they did it in the film. So like the next scene where like Tug is in his like fucking condo thing and he's watching like the Entertainment report.
The little report on him.
Yeah, so they call that an exposition dump. There's like a few like there's a few terms for it, but essentially it's like when a character's watching like a news story that's like, you know, a comet is about to hit the earth, and it's like, all right, you as an audience member are just being told like what's the plot of this movie is. There's like right and wrong ways to do it. A common one is a news story. If you like, you know, read up on this, a lot of people will say a great example is Jurassic Park when they watch like the animated DNA describe the thing. Sometimes you got to dump exposition. The way they did in the script was like they were like actually filming it. The Entertainment lady was on set walking around talking to all the actors and stuff like that. They changed that to Ben Stiller's character just like watching it
on TV.
Yeah, he's watching on TV while he's talking to his agent, Matthew McConaughey. Forget his name.
Oh, geez.
Peck.
Yeah, Peck.
Peck.
The Pecker.
The Pecker. Yeah, that's right. The Pecker.
Did you get that gift basket I sent you?
Yeah. And he got changed a lot. He was pretty different.
He did. Yeah.
Notably because he kind of got split into 2 characters.
Well, I think maybe when they wrote this, they probably didn't realize they had Matthew McConaughey playing this character.
They probably also didn't think that they could get Tom Cruise.
No, not at all.
Because that's what happened. Peck was pretty much both the Tom Cruise and Matthew McConaughey characters. You get the fucking like because Tom Cruise plays like the studio head or something like that, right?
Yeah, he's like the head of he's Lex Grossman.
Yeah, Lex Grossman. I don't even think he has a name in the script. If it is, it's like Mike.
It's not.
And he's like on speakerphone with the director director kind of like, you better not fuck this up anymore. And he's like a little apologetic type shit. And he even says like, you can't blow up the jungle because I don't want to be called an eco-terrorist. But in the film, he's like, fuck the jungle.
Yeah. And then he also like, you know, like in the film, he's just like, "Where's that director?" You know, when he's
someone punched that guy in the face.
he's like, "Okay, where's the key gripped? Punch that director in the face."
He punched the shit out of him. None of that's
Bill Hader's character is playing the producer.
Yeah,
and that was also not.
He wasn't in the script at all.
He didn't have lines in the script at all, and he's kind of like the hype guy like the Tom Cruise's.
Like lackey a little bit. Yeah, he was in the script. He was just like handing the director stuff. The director had a little more panache in the script. He was less of a bitch in the script. Tom Cruise's character wasn't in there at all, and they definitely like Peck's the talent agent Peck was definitely like an asshole a little bit in parts. Like he was like, fuck you. And shit. Like, they took all that out and gave that to Tom's character, Tom Cruise's character, which I think was great. I think he was in a fat suit for that. Either that or, you know, he had something going on.
He wasn't, he had stuff on.
Yeah. He had prosthetics.
He had
for
like
sure.
hairy arm prosthetics
too.
And then he made sure to like, he like intentionally wanted to be like that sort of, I'm balding, but I'm trying to sort of make people believe I'm not balding sort of look. And then he always had like hardcore pit stains.
Yeah. Character not in the script whatsoever.
Dance scene not in the script at all.
The dancing scene. Yeah, I mean, none of that. All of that was completely
improvised. You gotta wonder, like,
I don't know if it was improvised, but it was added later for sure.
You gotta wonder, like, was that Tom Cruise's idea?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I wonder how much fun he had. I mean, he had to have had a lot of fun, but I wonder how much he's like, wouldn't it be funny if I said I had a big dick?
I mean, I've seen an interview with him, like, in relative recent years where they kind of they talked to him a little bit about it, but he was just more or less just talking about just how wild the character is, right? How it's just a caricature of, you know, the madness of it. And then they just made him, they're like, can you do a Lex Grossman line? And he was just like, "I'll fuck your face."
Yeah. The scene with the flaming dragon, like phone call scene.
We are flaming dragon.
So yeah, a lot of like the like fucking quotable, legendary, like you know, like shit that you still think about to this day. Parts of those movies just like aren't in this.
No, it's not in.
Well, because Lex Grossman isn't in the script at all.
No, well, even like Robert Downey Jr.'s character.
So that changed a lot. We can get into that.
Yeah.
So the thing with Robert or Lazarus's character is it even says in the script like when he pops up in that in the like opening filming scene, they're like, yeah, he's now a black man, and like in parentheses it's like, you know, it's the same Caucasian that we saw in the opening thing, but now he's black. And then like when he talks, it's like parenthetical, like he's speaking like a older southern black gentleman, and he will continue to speak like that sort of thing. Like, so obviously as like a fan of the movie, you know like where this is going. But the whole thing, I mean, it kind of changes throughout because in the film, like after the director's head gets blown off by the mime, there's like this moment where like they're kind of like, nah, this is real, and Ben Stiller's like, no, it's fucking fake, like let's just fucking go, right? And Lazarus needs a little more convincing. Lazarus like doesn't think that it's fucking fake at all, like from the get-go, to the point where he does drop character and he starts speaking as an Australian person again.
White.
He goes right back to like he drops character, like in like before the whole like scene where Ben Stiller holding up the head, like
he tastes it. Like, he's just like, this is syrup. Blood tasting syrup.
Yeah. And the soldiers in the woods like, these men don't fear death. Like none of that's in the script. None of that is in the script. And Lazarus like drops character and is speaking as an Australian and everything. And he stays as an Australian for the rest of the script. Which I think it was a great idea for them to keep him in character. Like the whole I don't drop character till DVD commentary, like that's not in there. The whole I know who I am, I'm a dude just playing a dude,
playing another dude.
That's not in there either. Like none of that is in there.
No.
So when they made the decision to like keep him as an Australian guy who's playing a black guy for the entire fucking movie, like I think that's when everything really like clicked for what the fuck that character was. But yeah, none of that was in the script.
No,
at
not
all.
even like one of the more like famous scenes where he's like he stops Ben Stiller, and Ben Stiller was talking about playing Simple Jack and how it was so hard for him.
Yeah, I mean that is in the script, but they moved it up. Yeah.
They like tossed it around, but like the dialogue is different though.
It's slightly different, but like his whole monologue about never going full R word.
There's not as many hard R's.
There's not as many hard R. Well, they front load the hard R's for sure. And like he doesn't say you don't go full hard. You don't go full R
Hard
word.
R.
He says you don't go. He says it in a different way. Like the phrase like you don't go full R like is slightly different. Like so clearly they didn't like finish that punchline. And then he even he's like Forrest Gump, like he won ping pong. He's good.
War hero,
yeah.
not full R.
Yeah. What was the
Rain Man?
Rain Man can count cards.
Can count cards, wins a bunch of money.
Yeah. It's like that's pretty much the same thing. He's like I am just ask I am Sam. All that, and he's just like
walked
fuck.
away without an Academy
Walked
Award.
away empty-handed. Yeah, and like so that's there. That just happens like at that party at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
And that's before that they decide to like take him to the jungle and all that. But that's a lot of information. I feel like, how do you feel right now? You feel like we should maybe take a break?
Should probably take a pause because there's a lot to unpack.
I think we need to unpack Lazarus a lot. So why don't you enjoy this tiny break and we'll be right back. Do you want to say something cool before we fade out?
You never go full.
That was a wild thing. We're fading out now, but that was...
We're back after the break.
We are back.
Steamy break.
Yeah, it was a steamy break.
It's hot out there.
It's a
We're
hot
in the
one in
shit
Chicago.
out there. It's a little tropic out there today.
Sure.
Which makes sense because we are talking about...
Oh, that's why you said that word. I was like, we're in the Midwest, dog.
We are talking about...
Tropic Thunder. It was raining. Not today, though. But yeah, we're talking about Tropic Thunder. We were last talking about Robert Downey Jr.'s Lazarus character.
Yes.
Kirk Lazarus.
Kirk Lazarus, the 5-time Academy Award winner
Yeah.
character in the movie who undergoes a controversial skin pigment treatment.
Yeah, known for fully captivating himself inside of all of his roles. So this is all scripted. All of that is in the script. The big difference, though, is that in the original script that we read, he does drop character after the director gets blown up. After they get taken out to the jungle and the director blows up. And he is Australian. He does, like... There is like the same moment between Al Pacino and Kirk Lazarus where he's like, why are you even in this film? And he was like, well, I mean, I kind of had to because, they had a really sick role for a black man. They gave it to, and the film, is like they gave it to Crocodile Dundee and that kind of start, like that man's a national treasure. That's not in the script. He kind of just says, there's only one good role for a black man. They gave it to someone from Melbourne or something like that. So him being Australian throughout like the rest of the flick did not feel right at all, obviously.
No.
Like, the way that they fucking nailed it in the real movie. But
it was funnier the way they did it in the movie because it plays into the whole trope of what they're doing in the movie, which is just poking so much fun at just how these big actor, you hear, these nightmare stories in Hollywood about how certain actors can be or, when they go like full method. I mean, there's modern day examples of that, right?
Also, there's also the point that like we are deep into the 2020s, deep, almost to the 2030s. And unfortunately, blackface still does pop up every now and then. Then we got digital blackface, things like that. Whenever that conversation comes up, someone always inevitably brings up Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. And, what seems to be the consensus is that people are kind of okay. Not everybody, obviously.
I mean, he's been asked about it, like on some pretty big pods.
Why would he not be,
interviews, right? And his take is, because the big question is like, can you do Tropic Thunder again? And I think one of his more famous responses was, You could.
I fucking hate that question. Can you make this movie again? I fucking hate that question. Like, that's such a stupid question. Can you make this movie in today's time? Like, it wasn't made that fucking long ago.
No,
you know what I mean?
Like,
it's
2009.
But people do ask that question. The thing is like, he wasn't playing a black man. He was playing a white man that was playing a black man, which, is
and the whole thing is supposed to be a parody, right? Like, on the, it's not even really like about like, putting on blackface, right? It's like the whole point of it is just like, look how ridiculous this character is that actually thinks this is how you get into a role, or how you get into like the working mindset to play this role.
Yeah,
because
it does shine a light on that.
He's also trying to talk.
But it is about a person playing a black person.
Sure.
Though. I mean, it is about that. I mean,
yeah, but his dialogue is also like he's speaking as though he's in like the 1960s.
Yeah, and so that comes up in the film, and that's not in the script because he drops the character. Like they don't fully explore like what a fucking actor would be like if they were crazy enough to undergo pigment alteration surgery, right? Like that bit like runs out like in the beginning of Act 2, right? But when they decided to like actually explore like a person like that, and it stays throughout the whole film, it's a lot more enjoyable and funny and ridiculous.
They give him a little exposition in the film, which wasn't in the script, where his character is being interviewed and he's just in his normal Australian guy mode, right?
Yeah.
He's being interviewed.
Yeah, like the scarf and cigarette type thing. Like when I do a role,
and
that wasn't Australian.
He's like,
but
being an actor is no different than a construction worker or
that
a
is
rugby player.
That is in the film, I believe. Yeah, like but
it's in the film.
Yeah, it's in the film and it's in the script.
Oh, I missed that in the script then.
Maybe it's not, but I could have swore it's like a quick flash of like him like pissing outside a bar and then him being like a scarf serious actor in an interview and then him getting a surgery. So like we get set up with this character. It's just they kind of turn him into a bit of a straight man, which that does happen in the film. Like after the director gets his head blown off, like he is kind of like trying to be no nonsense, like, dude, we got to get the fuck out of this jungle, like we're going to die, sort of thing. But like he does drop character, and like with them keeping him in character, you got that great moment where like they're arguing, and Tug's just like, really, like if you think this is all bullshit, why haven't you dropped character? And he's just kind of like, I can't drop, like he's like, I can't, like, what do you mean? Like
I don't drop character until the DVD commentary,
right? And you realize like this is a fucking actor that like thinks he's suffering for his art, but like he knows he's in a dangerous situation, but he can't stop talking like this caricature of black man in the Vietnam War, right? To the point where the actual black man is like yelling at him about it, and because he got to stay in that character. Like when he was an Australian, we didn't get the moment where it's like, all right, the actual black person is calling this out, like, which I think we needed anyway. Like there's the actual black actor is like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, we don't talk like that. Like what you're doing is offensive. You're Australian, be Australian. Like none of that was in the script, but because we got to like explore like what the fuck a person who thinks this is okay would do, like then we got like all those great moments, sort of thing. And I think that's part of the reason why it like works so well, personally.
Yeah, I mean it does work.
Yeah,
I mean
it's not white chicks.
No, it's not.
You like that movie?
That's like a different type. That's like slapstick, goofy humor.
Yeah.
I mean it's
still comedy.
It's still comedy. It's a different. They're doing like a different variety of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's still funny.
Yeah.
Like
What
it's
else?
Still a joke.
What else?
What else is funny?
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't want you to talk about white chicks anymore. But, I was gonna see if you had any more opinions about it. But yeah, the Lazarus character. There's a lot of feelings about it, but I do think that version 1 of the script, I guarantee you, like. Some higher ups read that and we're just kind of like, what the fuck is this? Or like, I don't get it, sort of thing.
I think maybe, honestly, maybe some actors were like, we don't get this, but
it's also the fact that Robert Downey Jr. did it. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, who can also play like very serious roles as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, that guy, what year was this?
2009.
Yeah, so I mean, it was like, he had been Iron Man, and like to people like the people from our generation that like saw him be Iron Man, you know, like we didn't see him as like the people that, you know, saw him before like as like what he was. We saw him as like this big like transformation and like this like harrowing story of someone who like overcame hardships and is like now like on a big ass come up, you know what I mean, and like fucking nailed Iron Man.
He went to
like
prison.
Yeah, like so like we, you know, me my age when I saw it, I didn't know, I just know that he had a dark past and like shit was rough for him and like he turned it the fuck around. Like that's the story I knew about Robert Downey Jr. So when I saw him like nail this role, like I think that kind of all played into
an
it.
alpaca farm now.
Yeah, that's wild. All he had to do was grow a goatee and among other things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's, I think that was like the biggest difference between the script and the film. Besides, there was a lot of differences.
Cruise.
Tom Cruise wasn't in it, and the ending was different.
Yeah, the ending was different.
So
I thought the film ending of them at like the Academy Awards, or like, you know, it's like an award show, assuming like the Academy Awards is like pretty well done, because they managed to, the whole like happy ending to the film is, instead of making this war movie, they made a successful film about the calamity.
About them making the movie, right? They like went like super meta in the original script. So
it's like, rest in peace, the director who died.
Yeah.
It's like memorialized, you know, like they give him like a lifetime achievement award in memoriam.
Well, in the movie, Tug does get captured by like the heroin farmer, or the poppy farmers, right? And like that all happens and everything, and like there's the moment where like he headbutts the guy and he's like, "Dude, I'm sorry, you leaned into that." Like you know, like all that's in the script. But like the whole scene where they call his agent. And, you know, like they think they're negotiating and fuck, you're unfit. None of that really happens. What happens is they call his agent and he's just like, and it, like I said, they're the same character, the Pecker. The Pecker was all that. And he was just like, oh, fuck you. You can't take my fucking client. I'm coming out there. And like, that's pretty much it that happens with that. Like, you don't get like the whole like, getting hung up on 3 times, like where the drug dealers get hung up on like 3 times. None of that shit happens. It's one phone call.
Trying to poach my client.
Yeah. So none of that shit happens, and then like what also
happens? Was the TiVo thing mentioned a lot in the script?
The TiVo. I think in the
beginning it was there, but that not the whole thing where he like brings.
There's no bit,
TiVo.
yeah. Like there's no bit. So in the movie, he like when he calls when Pecker calls at the beginning of the movie, he's like, you know, like this is happening, and he kind of like mentions off the cuff, like, oh, and my TiVo didn't get set up, and Pecker's like, wait, they didn't set up your TiVo, like that's in your contract, like what the fuck, like I'm gonna make sure, you know, all that. But in the script, he's just like Tug Speedman is pissed off about the TiVo. He's like, dude, what the fuck? There's no TiVo. And Pecker's like, man, it's okay. Like, whatever. Like, you're a star. You know, like that sort of thing. So TiVo's mentioned, but, like, it's kind of reversed and it gets, like, downplayed. But they turned it into a runner where he's like, you know, like, when he gets the call from Flaming Dragon, he's like, is this about the fucking TiVo? Like, that's not a line. But,
yeah.
To the point where he shows up with the TiVo and kind of saves the day. But they kind of get a different thing happening.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's
Tug gets kidnapped by the farmers, and in the film
by Flaming Dragon,
and in the film the rest of the squad like have to try to figure out, like they see him down there and they like formulate a plan, and they're like, all right, in the morning we're gonna do this, and they like have that night together where everyone shares their feelings. Al Pacino comes out as gay. What's his face with Lance yeah, specifically names the boyfriend who turns out to be Lance Bass. Jeff Portnoy's tied to a tree, coming down off of heroin, or, you know, being dope sick. But in the script it happens slightly different, where like they kind of see that Tug, well, his name is like Chris in the film, in the script, they kind of see that he is captured, and they're trying to like, well, what the fuck do we do? Blah, 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 blah. Why don't we just go back to the hotel? And then like soldiers find them, they run away, and they fall into a hole, and like the soldiers don't see them in the hole, and they're just like, all right, in the morning, why don't we just try jumping the fence? Like, they don't come up with like a cool plan of like
no, they don't come with the infiltration and escape.
Yeah,
plan.
They're like, let's just jump a fence. Jeff Portnoy's like, tie me to a tree, and Kirk is like, I'm gonna go to bed. And while that's all happening, out of earshot, Jay, the actor Jay, I forget his character's name. Kyle or Kevin.
Kevin.
They keep fucking his name up in the movie.
They intentionally mess
the guy
up.
who plays Brooklyn. The guy who plays Brooklyn.
The white guy with glasses.
Yeah, the white guy with glasses and Al Pacino in the script. His name is ridiculous. They talk, and he's like, "I have a girlfriend at home. What's your girl situation like? Because I know that you a baller." And he was like, "Actually, I fuck guys." And like, they have like a heartfelt moment where Ridiculous is like crying in his arms, that sort of thing. It's very, it's good. It works. But it got punched up real
weird.
I didn't think it was weird. I honestly kind of thought it worked. It went a little too sad than you would expect in a Ben Stiller comedy.
Yeah, it's odd knowing the movie too when you're reading the script and seeing this I mean, the script is like such an alternative ending.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it's a hard left in a way.
Right.
I mean, it's still trying to be comedic and ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. It is. But it's different. It definitely got punched up. I didn't think it was terrible, but like knowing what it turned into, it's like, yeah, they made the right calls. So then in the morning, they do jump the fence. Jeff Portnoy gets like stuck on it because he's like farting and like and fat and getting over heroin and stuff like that. But like he does wake up and he's like, I'm clean, I'm good. So they hop the fence. And they like slowly sneak in. Meanwhile, the whole time, the Pyro guy and the real Four Leaf are like
setting like.
No, they're like tied up, or they're like in a room.
Oh right, yeah, because they're captured too.
They're captured. The moment where you find that moment when you find out that Four Leaf actually has hands.
Yeah,
in the film, you find out like as they get captured, like early Act 2. But they do that like while they're in captivity, which I mean was fine. I think they revealed it at the right moment though in the film. So anyway, they sneak into the compound and they pretty much the whole thing where they find out that he's Simple Jack. They love the movie, the VHS copy. They're forcing him to perform the movie over and over again. All that's in the script as well. The whole like I have a son now thing is not in the script. But when they find him. He's like stuck as Simple Jack. He's just like, what do you want? You know, like he's stuck as Simple Jack. And Kirk is like,
he's been entertaining them with it because they love Simple Jack.
Yeah, they kept saying a phrase in the film like, oh no, they're brain frying him or something like that. So he's stuck as Simple Jack when they find him. But in the film, he's like, this is the part I was meant to play, and this is my son. You know, like he's like in a weird headspace, which I really like the way they did in the film. But in the script, he's just like he can't get out of the character, and Kirk's like, I can help. You're you. Like, listen to me, man. You're the biggest star on the planet. And he's like, huh? And then he goes back into Simple Jack. Like they're trying to get him, and they eventually do break him, and they all just kind of leave. But in the film, like he's like, no man, like this is what I'm meant to do. Also, this is my son, and
and he's got his little kid.
Yeah, he has a kid now.
It's way funnier the way they do it in the film.
It's way fun, but also it's funny because that's when Kirk Lazarus finally breaks character too, like rips off the wig and everything like that. So. It's just a little weird because knowing how it came out in the film, like you see Kirk Lazarus is like, hey, I'm still Australian, but I'm going to help you break this kid, so that's, and like, there's not like the moment where like Kirk finally breaks and then like, Brooklyn turns to Tug and like Tug I forget what he says. He looks up and says something ridiculous and he's just like, fuck it. Let's just carry him out. They all walk out and everything. Jack Black does the thing where he's like shoves the heroin in the guys' faces and they die or pass out, something like that. Yeah, and the rest.
Yeah, because in the movie he like finds the heroin. And he's like,
yeah, that does happen because they're like creeping through like the shack looking for Tug, and he finds like a giant pile of heroin and gets like mesmerized by it. Almost takes it, but then like finds two guards. That's when the fart happens. In the film, he sees two guards and he farts and they laugh and he's like, "Oh, that's so funny! It's hilarious, hilarious." Yeah, the hilarious. Oh, you're laughing at me. You're laughing at me. That all happens, but he doesn't fart. He's just kind of like, I'm supposed to be a heroin addict. I'm fucking stupid, and so he has his own moment of being like, I'm stuck.
You can't do what I do, and that was in the beginning. Though.
Yeah. Fuck you. You can't do what I do. He has Jeff Portnoy's character also has like a whole moment of like I'm stuck as like this fat fart guy and a heroin addict, and then like he overcomes that. Like that was kind of like what those three characters went through in the script, but they punched it up real well in the film. And then they all leave, get to the chopper. And you want to explain what happens at the chopper?
For the film part?
For both, yeah.
Well, once they leave, it kind of like that. I mean, that sort of wraps it, right? I mean,
yeah, but it ends different because in the film, they're all trying to get to the chopper, and that's when Pecker shows up with the TiVo.
yeah, that's when he shows up with the TiVo.
Yeah, and he throws it at the fucking missile. So it's kind of like a
R.I.P. TiVo in real life.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to TiVo?
We still got DVR.
Yeah, I guess we got DVR.
TiVo was just, a brand name DVR.
TiVo was like, what is it that before what was the offshoot of like the iTouch? Remember that thing?
The iTouch?
Before the iTunes thing, like the iTouch. There was like another like competing thing.
The Zune?
Yeah, the Zune.
Jesus
that was
Christ.
like what TiVo was. TiVo was the Zune of that world. I'm glad you remembered that.
I mean, I had a Zune. I did not have TiVo. Did you have TiVo?
No. And I didn't have a Zune.
You went to private school. I thought you had TiVo. Anyway, yeah, so in the script, when they're going to the helicopter, what happens is they all make it to the helicopter. They get, what's the fucking pyro's name? I forget the pyro's name. It's like Cody or something.
It's in the movie?
Both.
Yeah. Or they call him. I think he's got a nickname, too.
Yeah, I think he has a nickname in the movie.
Yeah.
But he's the one who's flying the chopper. They get to it. But like Four Leaf is like, nah, man, I'll cover you guys. He's like doing suppressing fire while they run to the chopper. And they're on the chopper, and it's supposed to be like a mirror of that opening scene that they're filming. And like they're like, look, there's Four Leaf, and it's like the real Four Leaf. And Ben Stiller's character runs and gets Four Leaf, and he gets killed and all shot up and stuff. And the whole time, Ben Stiller's Tug is like, "Where you have hands? Like what the fuck?" Like he like brings it up a few times, like, "Wait, how do you have hands?"
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, and then like Four Leaf like dies in his arms. Like they both cry. Like he actually cries, and he dies in his arms. And then like the camera pans out and turns out that it turns out that like they're watching it at like an award show.
Yeah, the Academy Awards.
The person who plays Four Leaf is actually Robert Downey, Kirk Lazarus as a white man, and like Tug is Tug. Like, and it turns out they made a movie about them making the movie of Tropic Thunder, and it like won awards, and Tug won an award, and Kirk won an award for best supporting, and like yay, happy ending, and it ends with Pecker being tortured at the Poppy because Pecker's like, I'm coming down there, and like post credits it's showing him being like dunked into the water and stuff, and he's just like, look man, like I can get you guys all sorts of contract. I feel like you'd be really good for magazine work. Dumps him in the water. And another thing, man, I can make sure you have T-boat, like, and that's like how the movie ends, is like him getting tortured, or that's how the script ends. And the movie, it's a lot more
it's
mirrored.
Lex Grossman.
Yeah, in the movie Lex Grossman is dancing.
He's dancing to that what was the musical score they had? Like,
Ludacris.
Yeah, Ludacris.
Yeah.
Hands up. that dancing seems hilarious. Whosever idea that was.
Something tells me it was Tom Cruise's idea.
I feel like, I don't know. I like try to look around and see, but it's obviously like, oh, this was improv by the actors or whatever, like heavily.
I mean, it was so well produced. I don't feel like that was improv. I mean, like the camera work in that scene.
Yeah, that was planned.
Yeah, it was clearly planned, but I don't know. I know of two scenes of Tom Cruise dancing, and that's him on a couch and him at the end of Tropic Thunder, and they're both
him in Risky Business.
They're both weirdly cringe. Oh yeah, Risky Business. I never saw that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, good Tom Cruise movie. Solid movie.
Okay.
Here in Chicago.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the one with Cuba Gooding Jr.?
No, I don't think Cuba's in there. Cuba's only in movies with sled dogs, and it has to be
and
at
Tom
like the
Cruise.
North Pole.
And Tom Cruise.
I'm talking about his recent movies.
And O.J. Simpson. Last time we had a whole thumbs up. We had like a thumbs up system.
Well, that was for season 1.
Yeah.
For this,
you
I
can't
mean,
really do a thumbs up.
Should you watch Tropic Thunder again?
That's
yes.
stupid. Everyone's gonna say yes to all of these movies.
Yes.
We're choosing bangers each time. I don't think we have like a thumbs up situation.
No, we don't. I think usually did you just want to fade out?
Maybe we say something cool and fade out. Do you have anything else you want to say before that? I like where you're going with that. Bottom line is I thought the script was dope, but I'm glad they got punched up.
Yeah, I'm glad it was punched up that movie still, the scripted movie still could have been made.
All right, now say something dope and we'll fade out.
I'm just a dude who's playing a dude, playing another dude.
I thought you were gonna like play on the line.
Bye.